Sardar Vallabhai Patel, the man who united India. He was born in the year 1875 in the village of Nadiad, Kheda district in Gujarat. He was one of the leaders of the Indian National Congress during the struggle for Indian independence. He served as the first deputy prime minister and home minister from year 1947 to 1950. He was a senior leader of the Indian National Congress who played a significant role in country's struggle for independence and its political integration. Coming to the early life of Sardar Vallabhai Patel, he is one of the six children of Javerabai Patel and Labda. He followed Vaishnavism. Patel married at the age of 16 and matriculated at the age of 22. He passed the district pleader's examination, which enabled him to practice law. In the year 1990, he set up an independent office of district pleader in Godhra. Just as he was beginning to settle down in Godhra as a lawyer, the plague disease swept over vast area of Gujarat, and Patel himself contracted the disease while nursing a friend. Overcoming these hurdles and moving out of Godhra, he set up his practice in the town of Borsad, where his brother Vittalbai resided. There in Godhra, he quickly ascended the ladder of success and soon became one of the most sought after criminal lawyers. In the year 1917, Patel was a successful barrister at the peak of his career. Dressed in fashionably cut suits, his days were busy defending his clients in the courtroom, and the evenings were spent in the elite company of the members of the Gujarat Club in Ahmedabad. One day, Gandhi was invited to the Gujarat Club. Throngs of people crowded around to see him. But Patel did not give Gandhi any attention. In April 1917, Gandhi lent his support to workers of the indigo plantation in Champaran in Bihar. There, Gandhi organized a satyagraha for the peasants who were suppressed by the forceful plantation of indigo, which were later forcibly brought at low prices. A famine had further added to the misery of the farmers. This satyagraha in Champaran had profound effect on Patelji. Coming to Gujarat, Gandhi took charge of a satyagraha in Kheda, protesting on behalf of the peasants there. Patel was given the position of second in command in this campaign by Gandhi. In this manner began the lifelong association between Gandhi and Patel. Over the years, Patel became one of the most ardent followers and satyagrahis. Vallabhai becomes Sardar. Patel had shed his persona of an English-speaking wealthy barrister dressed in suit and hat, and adopted Khadi, following in the footsteps of Gandhi. Soon after this transformation in 1918, Patel took the plunge into a life of public service, starting with the farmers' campaign in Kheda. The British administration had refused to entertain petitions from the farmers to defer the payment of tax. In the area, despite a failed crop, Gandhi was asked to lead the struggle, and he picked Patel to be his second in command for the campaign. The Kheda campaign met with great success, with the administration finally giving in to the farmers' demands. Patel became instantly a hero in the eyes of the farmers of Kheda. Ceasing his legal practice by 1920, Patelji has stopped the legal practice by 1920, and Patel gave himself completely towards a life of public service. He worked for the empowerment of women and fought against alcoholism, untouchability, and caste discrimination in Gujarat. In 1928, Patel also did Bardoli Satyagraha to refuse hike in taxes. It was success, and Patel has got national fame. For his remarkable contribution and leadership abilities, the farmers of Bardoli affectionately call him Sardar. Satyagraha for freedom. The Quit India movement was launched by Gandhi in 1942 as an all-out campaign of civil disobedience to compel the British to leave. Sardar Vallabhai Patel was of the view that all-out rebellion would galvanize the people of India and force the British to concede that contribution of the colonial rule found no support in India. Speaking to a large crowd of over 1 lakh people gathered at Gowalia Tank in Bombay, Patel called for mass protest and shutdown of civil services. Patel was arrested on 9th August 1942 and imprisoned with the entire Congress Working Committee from 1942 to 1945 at the fort of Ahmednagar. The Quit India movement turned out to be the most serious rebellion against the British since the revolt of 1857. Such was the impact of this movement that at the time when Sardar was released in the year 1945, the British had started preparing proposals to transfer power to the Congress and leave. A long cherished dream appeared to be finally within grasp. Realizing the dream of independence, in early 1947, British Prime Minister Clement Attlee announced that Britain would withdraw from India. It was a historic moment. Lord Mountbatten, new Viceroy of British, advanced the date for the transfer of power from June 1948 to August 1947 to Patel and several others who had worked hard to see the hour of freedom. The sweet dream of independence was finally within grasp, but the fruits of labor were coming at a heavy price. Partition of India into two nations was looking increasingly unavoidable. Having realized thus the cherished dream of independence at the advanced age of 72, Patel did not consider rest or retirement. Let us not forget in this hour of joy the responsibilities and obligations which freedom brings in its wake, he said in a statement. Integration, his greatest legacy. With the withdrawal of the British in August 1947, the rulers of some Indian states would be free once again. About 2/5 of the territory of India comprised princely states. Together, there were 565 such states that were given the freedom to join either India or Pakistan or remain free after the midnight hour of 15th August 1947. On 27th June 1947, less than 2 months before the hour of reckoning, a new States Department was set up under the charge of Sardar Patel to facilitate the task of accession of these princely states with the dominion of India. While some states like Bikaner and Baroda were quick to come on board, others like Kashmir and Manipur vacillated for months. Junagadh, in the middle of Kathiawar, acceded to Pakistan. Travancore declared its independence, and Hyderabad, one of the richest Indian states, situated in the heart of India, wished to become a sovereign independent nation. Sardar Patel foresaw in this chaos the potential for civil war. Patel began at the age of 72 to take charge of this challenging task. Nowhere else in the world had a nation been integrated from such a very diverse population in such a short span of time. But Sardar was not a man to be defeated by challenges. Patiently and untiringly, Patel, Menon, and their team began the process by which 565 princely states were integrated into the Union of India. This was Patel's most lasting legacy toward the nation he gave his life for. The twilight years. At the time of independence, Patel was 72. Before he took up the task of accession and integration of the princely states, his health had begun deteriorating and he had been advised to take complete rest. Yet, as a member of the first cabinet of Free India, he readily took charge of three ministries: Home, States, and Information. In addition to this, He was also Deputy Prime Minister of India. During this period, whenever Nehru travelled abroad, Patel also shouldered the responsibility of being acting Prime Minister. When VP Menon, Secretary of the State's Department, conveyed to Patel at the time of independence that having achieved the dream of freedom, he would have liked to retire, Patel said to him that this was no time to rest or retire, as the young nation needed his services. Patel too kept aside concerns of advancing age and ill health to rise to the challenge of building a strong independent India.